Okay, I'll be honest, I'm starting in my robe because this is probably my number one favourite of the whole video. This is my new robe by Rouge. When this collaboration came out, I ordered this robe immediately because I've been looking for a robe like this for a couple of years. I wanted something traditional Indian block print, but I didn't want something that was quilted or padded. I find a lot of them are that quilted fabric, so they're quite thick and heavy, whereas this one is really lightweight, cotton, and it is also full length, which I found really hard to find as well. So yeah, I will leave this collection link down below because I think it's still available. They have it in a few different things like tablecloths, bags, makeup bags, the robe, napkins, cushions, that kind of thing. It's very cute. But yes, I've started in this so I can show you. But now I'm going to move on to showing you some outfits I've been enjoying wearing recently and some new in pieces from Petite Studios, who are very kindly sponsoring this portion of the video. Before we get into the clothing, I'm just jumping in here to give you a little bit of an introduction to the brand if you've never heard of them. So Petite Studios are based out of New York City. They are run for petites by petites, so that is their whole focus. All of their clothing is specifically designed for the petite female body. So if you struggle with fit, if you struggle with length, you're gonna love this brand. I also love them as someone who is like on the petite side. I'm 5'5", so sometimes I classify myself as petite. Sometimes I'm like more of a regular height, but I also love them because of their focus on natural fabrics and their slow fashion ethos. So all round, they're just a fantastic brand and I love to work with them. And I feel like their collections, as time has gone on, I've been working with them for about a year now, have just gotten better and better. Okay, we're starting with the first look, which is actually like a travel look for me. This is what I wore last weekend when I travelled to Italy. I wanted something I could rewear while I was there, but was also comfortable for travelling. So I have this top on from Petite Studios in this nice mild grey. This is really comfortable. Great for if you work from home, you want something that's like comfy but elevated. I love that it has this deep neckline, so you can actually wear it off one shoulder or off both shoulders if you want to, which I feel looks really nice and summery, very effortless but still really comfortable if you want something that's like almost like knitted jersey material. And then I've paired it with just some linen trousers from H&M, I'll be honest. I wanted some like beachy trousers. I didn't want to spend a lot on them. These are a little bit see-through, but they're great for the beach, they're great for holidays, or just for lounging at home. So yes, I just picked up like an inexpensive pair from H&M, and actually I really like them. They're really comfortable. They're drawstring waist. They're like just like an ankle length. I do have on some heeled sandals from M&S at the moment. I did not wear these to travel in, but I think they look quite nice with the outfit. And then my Cézanne basket bag as well. So when I initially placed the Petite Studios order, I imagined this as my travel outfit. It's exactly the same, but I just have, well, I have flip-flops on, but I also have these black trousers from Petite Studios on, and I thought these would be the perfect beach trouser, and they are. They're really gorgeous quality. They're just like ever so slightly too tight for me across the hips. You can probably tell they're like pulling a little bit here, but if your hips aren't as wide as mine, these are going to fit you beautifully because they fit so well everywhere else. They're a great length. I have them on with some Havaianas here just for like a beach look, and this was what I was planning to have as my travel outfit, but like I said, I ended up switching for the H&M trousers instead. But if you are a different size to me, or if you think these are going to work for you, I would highly recommend. They have these really cute beads on the, what are these called? Like the tassels, the toggles here. They are still a drawstring waist, so the waist fits really nicely on me. It's just the hips. And they also have these little buttons on the bottom where your feet are, so you can actually unbutton them a little bit, and it allows them to be a little bit more loose and flowy. Perfect for a beach look. Speaking of beaded details, this next dress is so gorgeous, so simple, but really beautiful for holiday. It has this fully beaded neckline with all of these different coloured beads. Absolutely stunning. It's just like a really simple touch that makes it extra special. It also has beads on the straps, and you can actually move these. So depending where you want the placement, I think I quite like them at the front. You can change them up. But yeah, the neckline is also like a drawstring, so it's fully adjustable. So you can adjust it to your body to make sure it fits really well. I just think this is so pretty. I have belted it just because I think on my body type that works better. But it is really lovely and loose and flowy. If maybe you have a slightly more straight up and down body type and you prefer things looser, it looks really nice like that as well. I just think because of my hips, it's nice to balance those out a little bit with some attention at the waist. It also has pockets, and it is also fully lined, so it isn't see-through despite being really light and breezy. Perfect for the really warm weather we're having at the moment. But yeah, it isn't sheer at all, which I love. This next outfit is a favourite I've been wearing at home, but I also brought this shirt on holiday with me because it is the perfect vacation throw over your bikini, throw over a dress, your linen trousers kind of shirt, and I wore it so much. I absolutely love how lightweight it is. It's not like a poplin shirt, it's very, very thin, so it's extra breezy for the hot weather, and I love the pink stripe detail. I think it's so beautiful. It reminds me of like the little parasols that you get on holiday. It feels very just holiday-esque, and I absolutely love it, and I just feel like it's so versatile. I feel like I'm going to wear this with jeans in the autumn as well, but I've been getting so much wear out of it already. I love just wearing it as like a light jacket. I love to wear a really thin cotton shirt as a light jacket. It's one of my favorite ways to make summer outfits feel a little bit more interesting and layered while still keeping cool. So I have it on with this simple Christy Dawn dress. I love the pink on pink, and this brown woven bag. You could also tie it up. I like to tie these shirts at the waist if I want a little bit more definition as well. I love that this way it almost acts as a belt as well. You're getting that waist definition without actually having to wear a belt, which I kind of hate. I know I wore a belt in the last outfit, but honestly, if I can not wear a belt, I will. I don't find them very comfortable. So yeah, this is another version of how I would wear it, and I love it. And of course, like I said, if you're more of a jeans, trousers wearer, you can also wear it as a shirt with that as well. Another great find from Petite Studios is this simple white waistcoat. I really love these with skirts in the summer as an alternative to like a t-shirt or a simple top. I feel like there's something a little bit different. They add a little bit of structure and polish to very floaty boho pieces, like the midi and maxi skirts. I have it on with a very casual look to kind of dress it down and stop it feeling too corporate or too structured on me, because I don't typically wear very structured pieces. So the very flowy skirt, the very casual flip-flops, the casual basket bag, and I really like how that looks. And this is just very pretty, a wardrobe staple, I feel like. And last but not least are these two tops from Petite Studios. The white one I've already been wearing quite a few times. The denim one I haven't worn yet, but I will show you in a second. I really loved both colours actually, so I had to get both. And I find these tops so pretty, so easy to chuck on as well. And again, they have the beaded details on the little ties, which I really think is a nice touch, especially if you're looking for holiday vacation items. It just gives it that vacation feel. This one is like a pretty eyelet lace, 100% cotton. The other one is cotton but denim. So I have the denim little tie top with the beads and the H&M linen trousers. And yeah, this is the final look. I really like this. I kind of wish I'd brought this top on holiday with me now, because I think it looks really nice with the trousers, and it would have been another option. I brought mostly dresses, and then by the end of the week I was kind of sick of wearing dresses and wanted to wear the trousers, but I only brought the pink shirt with me, so I only had like one outfit to wear them with. So I kind of wish I'd brought this as well, but I'm always so limited when I go on holiday, because usually if I go to Europe I do hand luggage only, so I can only bring so many clothes, unfortunately. So those are all the pieces I have from the summer collection from Petite Studios and how I'm styling them and wearing them. I'm really loving all of these pieces, to be honest. If you would like to check out any of the items I've shown today, they'll all be linked in the description box, along with my measurements and the size I took, so you can kind of compare for reference. Hopefully that's helpful. There is also a sale going on at the moment, 25% off site-wide, no code needed. So anything you've seen today, plus their whole summer collection, will be 25% off between these dates. So make sure if there's anything that catches your eye, make sure to place an order in between those two dates. It's so deceptively hot today. It doesn't look very sunny outside, but I am sweating filming. So I want to show you some beauty products that I've rediscovered or discovered new products since I went traveling. I went on holiday for a week. You know when you go on holiday and you've got like a smaller selection of beauty products than usual, and you kind of rediscover or discover new things that you haven't tried before? Well, that's what happened to me. So I've got a few new favourites. This one I actually picked up in the airport because I couldn't bring my normal cleanser, which I usually use the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, which is like £25 or something like that. I couldn't bring that with me because it was too big and too bulky. Oh no, this is spilling water everywhere. I think it's been in the shower. But this I picked up at the airport in Boots as an alternative. I wanted something that was like kind of a skincare-y brand, not something like too cheap, like Simple, or, you know, those kind of cheaper brands. I wanted something that was kind of in between, but was still travel size. And so I picked this up. I think it was like £7, but that was in the airport, so it was probably more than you could find it elsewhere. And this is the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm, and I honestly think I prefer this to the Clinique. It's so gentle, it's so soft, it's not fragranced, I don't think. It's just very good at getting your makeup off, but no frills, and I really liked it, and I think it's a lot cheaper than the Clinique one, so I'll probably convert to this, to be honest, now, which yeah, a nice surprising find. I will leave it linked down below. And you know, when you're traveling, your skin can definitely get thrown off. Like, a lot of the time I will break out so badly after a flight, even if it is only like a 2-hour flight. But I didn't break out at all on holiday, and I actually think now I'm back, my skin's looking quite nice. So I partially put it down to that being very gentle. The next product that I rediscovered while I was away, it was the only fragrance I took with me, is this. I absolutely love this, and it's kind of, I just rediscover it every summer because it is my summer scent, and it is the Brazilian Crush by Sol de Janeiro. It is Brazilian jasmine and pink dragon fruit, so it's the pink bottle, and this just smells, it's like holiday in a bottle really. It smells so summery, and it reminds me, I don't know if it is like a dupe for this, but it reminds me of the Baccarat Rouge. Is it, what's the number? It's like 420 or something. Baccarat Rouge 440 maybe. The infamous Baccarat Rouge fragrance, which is like £250 or something like that. It definitely reminds me of that smell. I've smelt that in department stores, and it definitely has the same vibe. So if you're looking for that kind of vibe and you don't want to spend a fortune, would definitely recommend that one. And then the only base product I brought with me was my trusty Merit complexion stick. Is that what it's called? The Merit, I think it's the complexion stick. This I use all the time, but I actually finally managed to switch back to my summer colour. I do have a slight tan. I'm not sure you can tell, but I definitely have a tan. So in the winter I've been using Bone, which actually I'm glad I managed to get a tan, because as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I have fully used that up, and I've been using the dregs of the last of it before reordering another one because I love it so much. But yeah, since I've been on holiday, I have managed to switch to Sandstone, which is a slightly darker colour, and it's so good. It's the only base product I use. I don't even use concealer anymore, which is quite surprising because I do have quite a lot of acne scarring, and just like, I feel like my skin marks and scars quite easily. So I do usually use a foundation and a concealer, but this is like a 2-in-1, and I feel like it gives you enough coverage that you don't need to go over with a concealer. And I love minimal makeup these days. I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm wearing less and less makeup. You can probably relate, but this is a great all-rounder. So that I brought with me, and there was one other product. It is this one. This was very kindly sent to me by Vive. I don't know why Vive send me products, but they do occasionally, and it's very nice because I do like their products. It is the Vive Lip Dew Glossy Lip Oil. I think I have this in another shade, and they sent me this one. This is in Cherry. This is what I'm wearing at the moment, and this was the only lip product that I brought with me on holiday, and I love it. It is more like a wintry colour, but it's my preference for lip products, lip colours. This like berry shade. It's just so pretty, very easy to apply. You can't really go wrong, even if you don't have a mirror, like I don't. And it's just like a nice wash of colour. Not too sticky, but it does also stay reasonably well. So yes, that's my favourite lip product of the season. Oh, and my nail polish as well. So my nail polish of the season, of the summer, is an Essie Red. It always is an Essie Red, but this year I've gone for a cool toned red. I think last year I had more of like an orangey, warmer red, and I picked this one up because that one was long gone, it was way gloopy, and I needed a new one for the summer, and this is the one I went for. This is Not Ready for Bed, shade 750. Really great red polish. I actually think this is my favourite because I do like that more blue toned pinky red as opposed to the orangey red. And yeah, I have this on my toes, but I'll probably paint this on my fingernails at some point when I get a chance. But that is the final beauty product, I think. And then I wanted to talk about a couple of wish list items and also some other recommendations that I was thinking of as well. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm just obsessed with anything like beaded for summer at the moment. I love it. I love these tops, the dress I showed you earlier, but also jewelry as well. I saw this bracelet from Louise Damas, and I definitely have bracelets on my mind at the moment. I'm looking to build up a little bit of a bracelet stack that I can wear every day. I have 2 so far, but I'm looking to add maybe 1 or 2 more. I feel like a bracelet stack looks really good with at least 3 or 4 different bracelets. So I was kind of on the hunt for bracelets, and I came across this beautiful beaded one from Louise Damas, which is more of a statement piece. It's not an everyday item. I wouldn't wear it necessarily with these, but I just thought it was so beautiful. The blue stone that they've used. I think they have a necklace version as well. I think so. Just absolutely gorgeous. Love that. The Louise Damas jewellery I have is holding up really well, by the way. I know a few people were concerned about it being gilded rather than gold plated, which I definitely understand, but I have worn this particular necklace almost every day since I got it back in March, so 4 or so months, and there's not a single sign of tarnishing on it yet. So I've had gold plated pieces that have tarnished more quickly than that. So I'm quite impressed with it so far. And they do also do a re-gilding service if you do find that any of it does come off. But yeah, so far so good with all of the pieces, even the piece I've worn pretty much every day since I got it. And then talking of bracelets, so yeah, I really want to add a couple of bracelets to my stack. I have my Linea diamond tennis bracelet, which I wear every day. This one I basically don't take off. Occasionally I do, but basically it's on there all the time. And then I have the pearl bracelet, which is from Majuri, but my friend actually bought me this when we went to see Taylor Swift almost a year ago now. She came to London and she got me this as a gift, and this is, I think it was from like a Garni Majuri collab, at least from the packaging. So I really like that. So I've been wearing those two stacked together, which I really love, but I want to add something chunkier here as well. And I actually really want like a gold bangle, I think. So I was looking at a few options. There's also one on Louise Damas, which I love. It's like this really interesting, it's got a little bit of texture to it, a little bit of dimension to it. It's not just a simple cuff or a simple bangle. So I'm thinking about that one. But then I don't know if I should splurge a little bit more and get something solid gold. Obviously with the ones that I don't take off, I prefer them to be solid gold, but with a cuff or a bangle, I'm going to take it off anyway because it probably won't be comfortable to sleep in. So I don't know if I mind as much if it's gold plated, gold vermeil, gold gilded, that kind of thing. So I'm not sure yet, but if you have any recommendations for places you like to get bracelets, either solid gold or maybe gold vermeil or gold plated, let me know, because I am definitely looking for inspiration for bracelet stacks. I've definitely been looking on Pinterest, but it's something I kind of want to think about and maybe build up over the next few months or so, maybe getting one or two more. So let me know your recommendations. The final item that is kind of hovering on my wish list at the moment, I'm not actually sure if I'm going to get this, but I definitely want it, is this bag from Rouge. This was out of stock for ages. I've had my kind of eye on this for a while. It comes in two colours, a natural colour and then a red. And I'm really drawn to the red one, but I just don't know if I need another basket bag. I mean, I don't need one, but I just don't know if I want to add something. I would love to add a red basket bag. I think it's just very beautiful. I love the shape of this one, how it's like almost like an east-west style, and it looks like a decent size. I also really like that it's a little bit softer. I know a lot of you were very angry when I said that my Sezanne basket was one of my worst purchases of 2025, and honestly I only really meant that from the perspective that I haven't worn it much, which kind of does make it a worse purchase. As beautiful as it is, and it is beautiful, if I'm not wearing it, it kind of is a worse purchase. But I think one of the reasons I haven't worn this as much as I was hoping is because it is quite structured, and I really like the floppier woven bags, whether they're leather or raffia, and the Rouge one is like nice and floppy and relaxed, and I feel like it's also easier to pack. Like, I didn't bring this on holiday with me, which I was gutted about, but it's just like I can't pack that in hand luggage, and I wanted to use my Oleada bag, which is another favourite by the way, for travel. So yeah, if I had something that was a lot softer, a lot easier to pack, something that was just a little bit more casual, I think I would wear that a lot. And it's completely different being red, so that's also an item on my wish list, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet because I don't know if I actually need it. While we're here, I thought I would just get my Oleada bag just to show you in case you didn't watch one of my last videos. I have absolutely been loving traveling with this. I did travel with it, so I filmed the review of this bag, or like the unboxing, before I actually traveled with it. But I have since travelled to Italy with this for a week, and I absolutely loved it, and I just can't wait to use this as my travel bag from now on. It is definitely my favourite bag from Oleada I've tried. I just love the chocolate brown colour. I think that's what really makes it. The other one I had was black, and I do like black, but brown is like, chocolate brown is my weakness, and I just love the leather is so soft. You can probably tell how like squishy and nice it is, but it still feels hard wearing enough to travel with. And then it has obviously the thing that goes over your suitcase. So, oh my gosh, going around the airport with this, when we got back into Gatwick at about 10 o'clock at night. Now, when you land in London, I guess it's because they're big airports, right, Heathrow and Gatwick, you always have to walk so far from the plane to the immigration, like passport control. And so when I was really tired, I loved that this just slipped onto my suitcase and I could wheel it along beside me and I didn't have to carry anything. Usually I'm lugging around like a really pretty bag like this, which is beautiful for holiday but just not practical. So I was very glad and very happy that I have had this with me, and it fit all my stuff in it, fit my laptop perfectly. And yes, this is definitely my new travel companion. So not sponsored, my last video with them obviously was sponsored. I don't have to mention them again, but I had to just give an update because now I've actually traveled with it. I can definitely highly recommend it. Okay, Okay, and then finally, I thought at the end I would do 2 YouTubers that I've been loving. I don't know why, I just thought that might be a nice thing to include. Sometimes people ask me for recommendations for people I look to for style inspiration, and someone I've been loving at the moment, I always love her style, but just particularly, I feel like her style is so good in the summer, is, oh my gosh, I've forgotten her name now. Olivia Marcus, I think that's her name. She is a US-based content creator, like I think she does fashion writing as well, based out of New York, and she is just so cool. I love her fashion. I love how different it is. I think because she is a little bit more boho with her style, or very boho with her style, a little bit more feminine than your typical influencer. I really love that because that is very reminiscent of my own personal style, and I just adore watching all of her reels. I even watch her TikToks, and I don't even have TikTok. I will go onto my laptop and watch them on my laptop. I love her that much. And I've recently got into her vlogs. So she does have a YouTube channel and she does travel vlogs. So she does a lot of traveling as well as her fashion stuff. And I absolutely love her. I think she's great. And then my other recommendation for a YouTuber I've been really enjoying is someone that I've watched for probably a decade online now, on and off. And I'm sure many of you will know her and love her, but that's Lucy Wood. I've really gotten back into her vlogs lately. I just love her kind of cozy home vlogs. I feel like she inspires me and makes me want to make my own vlogs like that, because they are mostly based at home, her doing cozy things. She's an author now, so talking about her writing. I love all her fashion content as well, her mid-sized fashion content. That was really iconic back in the day, and she still does a little bit of it here and there. So yes, those are my 2 recommendations for YouTubers and also like style content creators as well that I look to for inspiration. And that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to call this video. It's a little bit of a mishmash of different things. We've got some new pieces, some favourite outfits, some beauty products, some favourite YouTubers, yeah, some wishlist items as well. So I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Make sure to check out the Petite Studios sale and the pieces I showed down below in the description box. That will all be there for you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will leave some videos on screen if you're not done watching. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.